Boy, I tell you, the foolishness. The foolishness. You guys come on in. Come on in. Hey, Stephanie. Blessings to you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. It feels like I have not you guys have not seen my face in a minute. It literally I can hear you saying it. It literally does. I gotta tell you, Stephanie, listen, I said if I lived near Stephanie, I would have paid her for them croissants. Did you make that cinnamon roll you posted to? I'm like, God, I wouldn't be able to lose no weight. Cause I would be buying some of everything. Do you hear me? Some of everything. I'm like, Lord knows the weakness I have for croissants. He knows the weakness I have. Okay. He knows the weakness I have. I don't know if anybody else is that way, but croissants is that type of bread where it'll melt in your mouth. The flaking. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. I wanted to come on and just share these thoughts. Really? They were that hard? Really? Wow. You would think that, but I can kind of see how it may be a little bit harder because croissants are not like normal bread. They are light, they are fluffy, they are flaky. Listen, what? Listen, yes, for the new skills. I'm all for it. In this season. Hey Visha, what's up, y'all? I wanted to just share a few thoughts. I have so much joy on today. I don't know about y'all, but today is one of those days where I'm like, Lord, please do, Stephanie. You can call me. I said, Lord, I have all the joy in the world. I don't know where it came from, but I'm not questioning it. Listen, overload me with joy today, God. Overload me with joy. It has been some weeks and probably months since I have felt this amount of joy. I just woke up this morning and I was just like, oh, today feels different. Today feels different. God, I don't know why. Yesterday was rough. These past few weeks been rough. I don't know what shifted, but listen, I'm loving it. I'm receiving all of it. All of it and then some, God. You can never have enough joy because the joy of the Lord is your strength. And it's amazing how, like, when we have joy, like, we feel like we can conquer the world. Okay, Visha, yeah, you have to share with us. It's like when you have so much joy, it makes you feel like, you can conquer the world versus moments where, like, joy is hard to find. People don't talk about that, but there are some moments, some seasons, some days where it just feels like, it feels so hard to come by. And those are the days where we feel the weakest. Those are, the days where we feel the most tired, where we really, want to throw in the towel. And so it's like, that kind of leads me to like the point of, like, this video. I was just listening to God, and today is going to be one of those days where I literally I need lotion. So I'm at TJ Maxx to get some lotion for the cheap. Don't judge me. TJ Maxx has the good stuff for cheap. And so today's gonna be one of those days where I get back to, like, cleaning, and really just starting to fine tune, like, the cleaning process, um, of my home as I prepare to move. I got the official email yesterday that, pretty much my my mortgage is in processing. Like, it is processing, the appraisal is processing. And so that lets me know that, okay, things are about to move extremely fast at this point. And so and I know that I literally have about 2 weeks, maybe a little bit shorter, but 2 weeks for sure. It's the date that we are setting for things to go. And so I know that today needs to be that day where I'm on my P's and Q's, where I'm doing exactly what I need to do to be where I need to be. And so I was having a moment earlier today, and that's just the update. I was having a moment earlier today, as I was driving here to TJ Maxx. Listen, I appreciate that. To God be the glory, y'all. Thank y'all so much. But I was having a moment, and you know what the Lord told me, where I was just rejoicing in the joy that I felt. The Lord told me, He said, now that you've had days where joy was hard to come back, you'll appreciate the good days. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but like, there is a such thing as, like, ruining a totally good day, ruining a day where you have all the joy in the world, where you have all the peace in the world. We can ruin those moments. Like, y'all do realize that, like, we absolutely can ruin those moments by choosing to worry, choosing not to receive it, because you can reject joy. You can reject peace. If you are stubborn, if you are prideful, there is a such thing as rejecting what God so freely gives us. But the Lord straight up told me, appreciate these days. The days where you feel strong, the days where you feel the most joy, appreciate these days and be productive on these days. Because how many people know, like, when you are going through it, it is so hard. It's like being in quicksand. It's so hard to be productive. It's so hard to get the things accomplished that you need to get accomplished. It feels like a constant tug of war. If I can be real, on those days where joy is lacking, where you're having to fight for any amount, any ounce of peace, to kind of stay with you. And the Lord told me, He said, now that you've experienced both spectrums, but now that you've experienced both spectrums, I want you to appreciate the good days, right? It's kind of like, our processes. Our processes deplete us almost to the point of feeling as if we have nothing to give. I'm not freezing, am I? Can you guys let me know if I'm freezing? Can you guys let me? Okay, I'm good. But it's like, our processes literally bring us to, like, the end of ourselves. And so it's like, when you understand, like, all the hell that you've gone through in your process, all the moments where, like, you've had to toil, it makes you appreciate, like, the blessing even the more. But it is a blessing to, like, be able to receive joy and abundance of it. It is a blessing to be able to receive peace. And it's like, what God is saying is, can you appreciate these moments? It doesn't mean having joy, having peace. Most people are like me in the beginning. I thought that, a person's ability to have peace and joy meant that life was good. But no, you can have peace and joy, in abundance, and still have things hanging in the balance, still be at a point where you're waiting on God to do something. And so I say all of that to say, those of y'all that have that extreme joy today, those of you guys that have that, like, extreme peace today, those of you guys that just feel the shift, like, make the most of it. Like, make the most of it. Be productive. Get the things done that you were just absolutely unable to get done days before. Make the phone calls you need to make. Work on the business come on, apply for jobs today. Check on your unemployment. Apply for, I don't know who that's for, apply for unemployment. There is so much that we can do. There's so much that we can do. And so don't let it go to waste. True enough, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy feeling good. Enjoy the break. Enjoy it. But be wise. I'm going to say that again. Enjoy it, but be wise. Make the most of it. Because we can be real. When you ain't feeling your best, when you toiling, when you feeling like you about to break, when you feeling down and out, those are not productive days. It don't matter. You may get some things done, but you don't have the capacity to get everything accomplished that you need to get accomplished. Make the most of it. Because it's like, in moments like this where we make the most of, like, how we feel, where we make the most of, like, the joy and peace that we have, it's like revelation freely flows on those days. Seek God today. It's like, in moments like this, we are in the perfect position to receive instructions from God, to receive insight. Now, I'm not saying, push against the grain, right? If God ain't talking about it, you don't pray about it. Hello, somebody. If He's silent, don't harp on it, because you will ruin a perfectly good day. But the things that God is telling you to do, like, get a move on it. Do it. Right? And even, to a certain degree, these days are days where, like, we can look back and God can, like, give us revelation concerning previous days, previous seasons. And it's those revelations that equip us to keep going. I'm going to say that again. A life without revelations, right, is honestly a life that is void of God's presence. Crickets. A life that is void of revelation is a life that is void of God's presence. And a life that is void of God's presence is no life at all. It's no life at all. Why do I say that? Because God is a God of revelation. He will talk to you if you seek him. Come on, he will give you understanding, especially, on things that you need understanding of. He'll do it in his timing. But he's a God of revelation. Think about the work that God has me doing. A lot of like these words are revelatory. It's just straight up revelation concerning things that I have experienced. Think about the way that like you will come here on a rough day, and the word will be, the revelation will hit so strongly that what does it do? It gives you the strength to carry on. We need revelations from God. I don't care what nobody says about that. We need the revelation that can only come from God to equip us for the battle ahead of us, to equip us for the season of life that we are entering into. If say, God don't ever give me revelations, you got to ask yourself, am I really seeking him? Because I guarantee it, if you seek him wholeheartedly, he'll be found. He draws near. When we draw near, the Bible says we serve a God that draws near. I'm going to say that again. The Bible tells us when we draw near to him, he draws nigh to us. He draws near to us. He draws near to us. And so, if you say he ain't giving you revelation, you got to ask yourself, am I drawing near to him? Am I going deep enough? Am I spending enough time in his presence? Am I spending enough time in his word? Am I going throughout my day expecting for him to talk to me? Because one thing about God is he's always talking. But the thing is, we're not always listening, and we're not always looking for him to talk to us. Listen, I just got on here today to tell you, enjoy this day. The joy that you feel today, come on, use it to your advantage. Be productive, be wise, spend time with God. Accomplish the tasks and the things that you need to accomplish so that when it's go time, you're ready. So that is it. That's the broadcast. To those of y'all that feel led to share this, share it with family members, share it with whoever that you feel needs to hear this word. To those of you guys that feel led to sow, you can sow one or two ways. You can sow via PayPal. You can sow via the Cash App. If you need prayer or have a testimony, you can send those things to prayer.thoughtsbyt@gmail.com. But if you remember nothing else, remember that God loves you. Apostle T loves you with the love of Christ. And so listen, until next time, y'all.